Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in. This is Sin City Living. I am Jason, bringing you today's episode. As always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. There's a ton of content coming out for you guys every single day. Please tune in on Thursdays at 6 o'clock for our premiere video with live chat. Chance to chat with us and ask us any questions, give us any suggestions for videos, things you might like to see. I have a bunch of suggestions from today's live chat. And thank you very much to Wes and everybody else that has given us a tip on these live chats. Just going to go towards trying to get to our equipment and our live stream that much faster. We're really excited to bring live streams to you guys and our fan-included craps tournament. Really, really excited to do that. So hopefully we can get to that as soon as possible. And hope the patrons are appreciating those patron-only videos we're putting out every single week. The craps tutorial, the entire craps class has started to get posted up there, posting up 2 new ones every single week. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into today's video. Today was sent to us by a fan. It's an interesting strategy. I can't really call it a low bankroll strategy because it's starting out with well, no, it kind of is low bankroll strategy. This is the kind of strategy you might play if you have a $500 bankroll. And the way it works is $24.06, $24.08. I know I'm using the wrong hands for some of this, but I still have that very silly injury on my finger, so it takes out my left hand most of the time. So we're starting out with $24 each on the 6 and 8, and they are working. They're working. So they have $48 at risk, $48 in action. Still less than the $64 cross that I might do, or the $51 in action that a true iron cross, a proper iron cross will do. So again, this could definitely count as a lower bankroll strategy, assuming we're on a $10 table. And here's what they are doing. This is a very, very simple strategy. Very simple, very quick strategy. As soon as one of them hits, either on the come out roll or, let's say you set a 9, you got to keep waiting. But as soon as one of them hits, it gets paid $28, okay? So we're going to pay it 30 for 2 because they're going to come down and they're going to split. They're going to split their bets and they're going to go to $12 each, table minimum each. Right? So they have 52 bucks. Now they started out with 48 at risk. So they've made a $4 profit at this point. $4. That is it. So 48 at risk to make $4. It's an interesting strategy, but everything is always at risk, looking for a certain payout at the beginning. So regressing down, okay, basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to limit their exposure as fast as possible. As soon as one of them hits, you take it down, and your exposure now is -4. You're already at a $4 profit. It's not a huge profit, but you're at a $4 profit, and that's fine because now you've got your 6 and 8 to do with as you wish. If it were me, since I'm starting out at the 6 and 8, you guys know I like to bet every number, but since I'm starting out at the 6 and 8, I'm going to stick with the 6 and 8 for now. If it were me, I would come down, take my $4 profit. And now what would I do? Well, if either one of these hits, I'm going to stay with the 6 and 8. Instead of using the $14 to give myself a $10 5 and take $4 in profit, I'm going to take a smaller profit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue with the 6 and 8, and I'm going to press them both up to 18. There's a method to my madness. The reason I'm pressing them both up to 18 is because my goal, as most of you guys know, with most strategies, is not the power press, is I'm trying to get into the green very, very quickly. Now with this strategy, we don't want to power press because we took our $4 of profit. We don't want to give that $4 of profit back in order to go straight up to 30. We could, and then we'd just be at our break-even point. But rather continue to take a small bit of profit because now if either one of these hits, I can shoot straight up to 30. This pays 21. Well, I will pay 26 for 5, go up to 30, and take my $9 in profit. Now I'm at 30 bucks. Now what would I do from here? Well, it depends. It depends on what my 8 is. If the 8 rolls, then I'm going to bring my 8 up to 30. If the 8 does not roll, let's say a 6 rolls again, I'm still going to bring the 8 up to 30. Because now at this point, I'm trying to go to 30, 25, 25, 25, 25. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get to green all the way across. So if the 6 were to roll, then I would say, you know what, make my 8 look like 30. And I would take the rest. If the 8 were to have rolled, I would just go straight up to 30. Now, anything rolls, I take a small profit, of $10 and start adding numbers. So once again, anything hits, does not matter what, I'm going to take $10 of profit, go right there. Once again, if anything hits, I'm going to take $10 of profit, and I'm going to keep adding. Now, if any of these hit, I'm going to take $10 in profit, get my 10. If the 4 were to hit, I'm going to take $24 in profit and get my 10. Either way, I'm getting up to 160 across, including the point, as quickly as I can. That is my goal. That is what I'm going to do. But you could always play it a little bit more conservatively if you wanted to. If you really wanted to, once you get these up to 30, if you get paid, you could take a quarter profit and go to $10. Or you could take 5 in profit and get $10 each on the rest of the numbers, except for the point, or you could do $10 each for 9, something along those lines. Still take 5 profit, and then just press as you would normally press as these hit. So you could always shoot for this first, and then try and bring these up to green. That's also a possibility, and you could therefore pull a little bit of profit with each one of these rolls. This really is going to depend upon what you want to do and what your exposure level you're comfortable with is. There's just so many options that you can do with this, and that's one of the things I like about this strategy, is that you have a lot of options. You can do whatever you want with it. Once you've regressed it down, then you start bringing it back up. It's definitely an interesting strategy. Would I do this? No, you guys all know I wouldn't do this, but what is another thing that I may do with it? Well, if we've got this 48 in action, what I may try and do is, instead of trying to immediately break even on the very first hit, I may just try and take back some of my losses. Let's look at how. Let's say 6 rolls again. Pays 28, I will just do 34, 2, right? Now, how about, instead of regressing down to 12 each, how about I regress down to 44 inside? What do I have here? I have $32, so I only have $12 at risk. I only have $12 in action, $12 in play. That's not bad. After the second roll, or as soon as one of these numbers hits, hopefully it's the second roll, maybe even the first roll, maybe even the come out roll hit that one of those. Either way, within a very short amount of time, 1 to 2 rolls possibly, hopefully, maybe, if not, maybe 3 or 4 rolls, I can get down to where my exposure is only $12, but I have a lot more numbers. I've got a lot more numbers in play here versus having a $4 profit, but only having 2 numbers in play. By getting this 44 inside, I now have 18 of the 36 possible combinations of the dice. Now, of course, we're not hoping for a 7, so if we take that out, the 30 non-7 numbers, I have 18 of them. I have well over half of the non-7 numbers. I have exactly half of all the possible combinations. With $12 exposure, I've got 44 in action. That's not bad. That's probably the direction I would go with it, because then it's a lot easier to do sister presses, cross presses, whatever it may be, to get yourself to whatever numbers you may want, and then just press from there. That's just me. That's a modification that I would do to this strategy, but you don't have to. However you want to play it. Just wanted to present the strategy to you guys. Hope you guys find this interesting, illuminating, enlightening, or just plain fun. Thank you guys very much for watching. We appreciate all of you. Bye now.